My name is Damas Kirk. I'm owner of Kirk Fish Company in Goodland, Florida. I've been a crabber for 40 years. I'm 5 generations Marco Island. My great aunt established Carter County, and my father started this business in the late 50s, early 60s. And we were basically a fish market, and then we basically moved into crabbing. So we've been crabbing for the last 30-something years. There was a guy by the name of Ernest Hamilton in Everglades City. As they say, Ernest Hamilton established the market for stone crabs. The locals ate them, but it wasn't a commercialized resource, exploited like it is now, of course. Well, Ernest Hamilton started a market, and he started going to the East Coast and basically started this market. And he hooked up with Stone Crabs Incorporated, Joe Stone Crab. They were kind of the pioneers in the business. Ernest Hamilton established the market. The guy by the name of Billy Rathfield caught them all. He's still here. He's still crabbing, by the way.
Nope. Yep. It's starting to go out. Should have been coming in for another hour.
He's still coming in here.
Yeah, I got a mile to go here.
The catch per unit, the CPU, is basically changed. We're putting more effort for less poundage. We're catching the same amount of crabs. We're just putting more effort into doing them. Pressure on them is greater now since the net ban, because a lot of the guys that were in the net fishing industry all went to the stone crab. I think that's really why the numbers got so high in the industry, is because those guys tried to move over and get into it, and we didn't have any. If you had the money to buy a trap and you had enough money to buy a boat, the only thing that limited you was your funds and how much you wanted to spend on gear. And now that's not the case anymore. And I think that was a good thing.
I am a 5th generation fishing family descendant here, and my mom and dad and I run Kirk Fish Company together. I grew up on this dock right here. I was born here in Goodland, and my dad's been a commercial stone crabber my whole life. My mom fell into it with him. She started running the retail here, and then we had several different retail markets in Naples over the past 20 years. I didn't want to do this. I was gone, I was out, I wanted to go be a doctor, and I guess it's one of those things where you have to get away to know what you're missing. So I came back and took on more responsibility and finally decided that this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be, and there's not many fishermen left, and I figure that even if I'm the last generation to carry the torch, then it'll be that much more product we're able to offer and that many more lives I'm able to impact with fresh seafood. If I was a son of a fisherman, I would be a fisherman. I think that because it is so physically demanding and because I get so terribly seasick, which is horrible, but I think I would have taken that over. And there wouldn't be a fish house for me to sell my product to. So someone has to take on that role, and someone has to be here for the fishermen, and I'm capable and I'm knowledgeable and I know what I'm doing, or at least I'm learning. I might not know all the answers yet, but someday I'll know most of them, and my mom's great in that. She's been around long enough that people know who she is in the business and in the industry, and she's sold all over the country. And she's been introducing me over the past 5 years to all of her contacts and saying, this is who's going to take it over, and slowly but surely it's all shifting over to me. I think that I'm very blessed and very fortunate to be where I'm at, because all of our fishermen and all of the fishermen that come and go through our facility know who I am and know that I'm a fisherman's daughter, and I'm not just another girl working in the retail, or I'm educated, I know what I'm talking about, I earned the respect, I worked for it. When I first started back, I was just Damas's daughter. I wasn't Kelly who runs the fish house, and now that's Kelly, she runs the fish house. It's hard because I'm not taken seriously by people who aren't in the business. I think that, in the retail, an older gentleman will come in, someone who's maybe 70 or 80, and he doesn't realize that I am educated and I do know what I'm talking about, and I'm here to pass on that education to him and say, hey, this is why we do what we do, this is how you're getting the freshest seafood. And sometimes I think that it's hard for people to listen to a young girl or a young woman. The more they talk to me, the more they figure out that I'm not just another young woman. I do know what I'm talking about, and I'm invested in it. We're gearing up to continue on for at least my generation. Who knows what will come after that, but I want to do it. I want to be here. We've got a really great group of fishermen that work for us and that are committed to staying here long term with me, and it's been discussed, and I don't plan on going anywhere.